Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. My name's Erica.
I'm Stacey.
And I'm Jazzy.
So we're going to share with you an event tonight. We're really excited. I'm just going to share my screen and we can show you this amazing challenge that we have for you. Okay. So if you've hopped onto this information session, you're in the right place. You're more than likely wanting to transform your life in one way or another, but not sure how to get started. Or perhaps you feel too overwhelmed at the thought of what path to follow. We understand as women, there's so many pressures to be a certain way. You might be juggling a family or a business or a shared living situation. Maybe you're on a budget and think to yourself, this stuff isn't available to me. But we're here to tell you it is available to you. And if you're someone that loves to be a part of a community, have some structure around fitness and nutrition, then you're going to love this challenge. So we've created the solution that we believe will be the answer for you to transform yourself from the inside out. Our monthly challenge is based on 3 pillars: fitness, nutrition, and transformation, and you'll receive support in all areas. We've created this program because our world has dramatically changed. It's busier. There's more demand on everything, not only on us, but our planet as a whole. It's more expensive to live. It's controlled by mass marketing, influencers, and big corporations, which have trained us to be more short-term gratification oriented. And people are looking for that quick fix. They want it now. The truth is, people are losing common sense and the ability to look after themselves. The world is becoming sicker with more allergies, more intolerances, more illness, more disease, more aches and pains, more mental health issues. Yet we have all the technology and information at our fingertips. So what's changed? Our environment has changed. Have you noticed that our grandparents didn't get as sick or have as many intolerances and allergies as we do in today's world? That's because since the 60s, our wheat has been modified numerous times over the years. Our wheat is outsourced from anywhere and treated with pesticides, herbicides, and preservatives. The grain of today is now particularly high in phthalates, I hope I've said that right. These chemicals are used as solvents and they've made their way into our food supply in alarming amounts, especially grain. Grain is then fed to the animals and then people eat the animals. Phthalates are endocrine disruptors that affects your thyroid, fertility and sex hormones, to name just a few. It also causes insulin resistance and subsequent diabetes and obesity, joint pain and arthritis, stimulating autoimmune diseases such as Hashimoto's disease or rheumatoid arthritis. It literally affects our immune activity, tripping the switch for autoimmune disease. To put into perspective, I'll share an interesting fact. 60 years ago, our grandparents could eat an orange and get a really good level of vitamin C. In today's world, to get the equivalent amount of vitamin C, we would need to eat 8 oranges. So 8 in today's world, whereas our grandparents needed to eat 1 to get the same amount of vitamin C. And that's because our soil has changed. We no longer have the topsoil full of nutrients that is needed to grow fully nutrient-dense foods. Our environment has changed. The pollution, the chemicals, the water contaminants, the plastics, everything that we do gets into our land and water. The soil is completely different. It no longer has the nutrients available to our growing crop and demand. This impacts our food greatly and it affects the food that we bring home to eat. So what can we do to become and feel healthier? Well, we believe that everyone should live well, eat well, and supplement well. We know that we need to be more intentional to be healthier at times. What changes do we need to make to be healthier and thrive and to live a long and vibrant life? We know that we need to think about getting our exercise in to combat all the sitting that we do each day. Sleeping 7 to 8 hours per night so that our bodies can reset and regenerate, keeping us at a high level of function. Maybe we need to keep our phone in another room at night to stop that distraction. We know we need to manage our stress levels to keep our cortisol levels to the normal range. Remember, cortisol makes us store body fat and makes us crave sugar. We know we need to be drinking more water, using safer products on our body, and in our home, and of course, eating fresh food. These are all small but big pieces of the puzzle. That's one of the things that we're going to look at right now, our nutrition. So I'm sure you all agree that what we put into our body matters. It can be the difference between a body at ease and a body with dis-ease. Experts agree that illness is preventable with lifestyle and good nutrition. That's why the news is that fruits and vegetables The news isn't that fruits and vegetables are good for you, it's that they're so good for you they could save your life. And that's from Time magazine from 2003. So just as relevant today as it was back then. Okay, so let's talk about this apple. So, you know when you cut up your apple and you leave it on the bench and it starts to go brown? Well, that's oxidization. So we know that oxidative stress is a contributor to aging and poor health. So I don't know about you guys, but I definitely oxidized myself for far too long in the New Zealand sun, and also by putting processed food and chemicals in my body through what I was eating and what I was putting on my body and what I was choosing to clean my home with. So think about this brown apple every time you go to do something not so healthy. The good news is that antioxidants in fruits and vegetables can help to protect your cells from oxidative stress in the form of antioxidants. Think of it as a protective coating around each cell. I think we all intuitively know that we need more servings of fruits and vegetables per day. And of course, athletes need to eat even more as they're stressing their body each day. We know that our body performs so much better when we eat more fruits and vegetables, but often produce is picked before it's even ripened, so nutrition hasn't even fully developed yet. Much of our product is transported thousands of miles, and many of us don't get the variety that we need in our diet. So we're going to go over to Stacey now, and she is going to share a wee story.
Thank you, Erica. And so everything that you've heard about just now is why we decided to birth our 30-day transformation challenge. And so I truly believe that we can't fully transform until we really look at these 3 pillars of our lives, which is transformation from the inside out emotionally, healing those wounds from maybe some of our past traumas, nutrition, and fitness. And I can say for myself, this has been something that I have implemented, all 3 of them, and I can definitely tell you I'm not the person that I was 3 years ago. So let me take you back to that person. So I just had my transformation journey, healing some of my old wounds, and I knew that I was feeling pretty unhappy with myself as well. And I suffered from a lot of anxiety, and I knew that in order to combat my anxiety, I wasn't ready to put myself on medication. One way to do that was through fitness. So I reached out to Erica. I knew her through a friend, and I really trusted her and also valued what she did. So I started her fitness journey. But again, I was putting money into that, and I knew that if I was doing that, I was healing another side of me, but I then also needed to heal myself even further by watching what I put into my body, because fitness is only one part of it. So I asked her for her advice, and she recommended me the Kickstart 10 program, which you'll hear about later during this recording. And that really kickstarted everything for me. I jumped straight on. I lost a lot of weight to start with, so 4 kilos over the 10 days, which I thought was pretty awesome. But the one thing that I really loved was that it taught me everything that I needed to know to be able to put those practices into my life moving forward. So I was obviously looking at my nutritional side of things. I was watching, doing my fitness regularly every week, and I was also starting to transform myself and look at the things inside me. And also Erica was amazing at that as well. So I'm so excited to bring you this transformation challenge, because I do believe that, and we all believe that to truly transform it is about all 3 of those areas. So let's hear what it's about.
Thanks, Stace. I love hearing your story. I always hear a different angle each time. Okay, so we believe that in order to transform your life, we need to be focusing on 3 areas, as Stace said: fitness, nutrition, and transformation. Nutrition really is the foundation of everything. As you've heard a little bit from Stace, and we'll tell you a little bit more in just a second how we're providing the solution for the nutritional part of this pillar. But for now, let's look at what's included in your 30-day challenge. So you can have a wee look there. With your membership, you'll receive our Facebook group, so you'll get access to our Facebook group. In this forum is everything you need to transform your life. You'll get your Kickstart 10 guide and recipe book, the How to Plate Up methodology book, 30 days of mindset coaching from Stacey, and sometimes Josie and I will chime in on that too. And Stacey is a qualified social worker, and one of her biggest values is personal growth. Over the last 18 months between her and her fiance Matt, they've spent tens of thousands on courses and coaches to develop themselves. And guess what? You guys get that for free. You guys also get the Juice Plus Life app, which is a beautiful resource full of inspiring healthy living right at your fingertips. So Josie is the queen of quick tips around the kitchen and supermarket, and you'll also see how easy it is to meal prep on a budget if you are on a budget and with less time and effort. Josie has spent the last 5 years consistently committing to those little daily tasks that create big results. She'll teach you all that and more. You'll also receive your own 30-day fitness ebook, videos and resources to ensure you do not overtrain or undertrain. Both are detrimental to your transformation. I have written this program using all of my collected knowledge from over 2 decades of time spent as a personal trainer and an athlete. And the cool thing about all of this is the only membership fee you guys will pay to get all of this content is to invest in your own whole food nutritional supplements that will support you to partake in this challenge and on your way to feeling and looking good. We've got a range of packages to suit your needs and budget. So you're probably wondering how this all works. So our 30-day challenge is simple and it's really easy to follow. It consists of 2 phases. In phase 1, we kickstart our month off with the Kickstart 10 whole food program. In these 10 days, we'll look at how we can crowd out the not so good food and how we can add in more beneficial food to really fuel you into action. The Kickstart 10 has simple guidelines, recipes, meal plans, and will help you to reset your body. Our goal is simple: add in more fresh fruits and vegetables and help bridge the gap with our whole food supplements. After 10 days in phase 1, you have completed your Kickstart 10 program as well as your first 10 days of fitness and mindset training. You'll then move on to phase 2, which is the next 20 days. So phase 2 goes for 20 days, and this is when we really start to get into the swing of things. You'll learn how to plate up using our easy methodology, which has scientific ratios of all of your food groups, and this will help you to feel incredible. These ratios are also in perfect alignment to your whole food supplements, as you'll hear in a little bit. This way of eating will support the 3 main systems: your digestive system, your nervous system, and your immune system. So you can see on that green plate in the picture, 30% protein. So this could be lean meats, vegan proteins, plus using our complete shakes. So the 10% fat on the green plate could be olive oil, nuts or seeds, and you'll also be using our vegan omega capsules. And the 60% plant-based carbohydrates is like greens, fruits, vegetables, root vegetables, plus our fruit, veggie and berry capsules. So you'll notice a slight increase in your exercise regime, but not enough for you to feel any negative effects. It's all periodized perfectly so that you create results and you'll hardly notice the incremental increases. You'll also be learning mindset shifts and tools to help you carry on and break through with your transformation regardless of any barriers that will arise. And you'll begin to notice that whatever you're doing in one area of your life will be going on in every other area also. Because how we do one thing is how we do everything. So for example, if you notice that you always cut corners in your diet, I bet you're doing the same thing in your fitness too. For me, I have 2 unconscious games that I play in my life. One, they're not so unconscious now because I've kind of become aware of them, but one is an all or nothing attitude, and I can definitely see how I apply that in other areas of my life. And the other is an unconscious behavior of waiting. So I will wait until I feel good. So like, you know, if I saw this challenge in the past, I probably would have waited. I would have put, oh, I'll wait till I feel good. I'll wait until I have money, or I'll wait until I have time. And the thing is, you spend your whole life waiting. So you've got to be careful of those, you know, unconscious patterns, which we're going to help you work through. So this one's been, the waiting games are very detrimental, and it's something that I've been actively working on in the last 2 years. Okay, so this is me. Hello. So I'm wanting to let you in on why I love this product, program and challenge that we've created. First of all, I've been a personal trainer for 17 years. I fell into this industry because I was so heavily involved in my own sport and bettering myself. I love helping people transform through fitness, and movement really allows people to connect to themselves. And I love seeing my clients achieve those small wins, showing them that with a little structure, support and belief, anything's possible. I believe it's about stripping back to the basics and listening to your body around what is the right amount of volume and intensity for you. You will learn that there is a difference between your ego wanting you to ease up and go and rest on the couch, and your body telling you that it needs to rest. As some of you may know, one of my lifelong goals that I've been working and dreaming towards ever since I saw my first Olympics on TV was to be an Olympic athlete. Long story short, I woke up one day very, very sick and was unable to even manage packing my sports bag. And that was 14 years ago. So there I was, a personal trainer and a has-been elite athlete. My entire identity was built on that. So to have that dream and all that hard work, commitment, time and money just taken away in the click of a finger was devastating. I felt helpless. It felt like the equivalent of dying to me. I didn't have a purpose or a reason to get up, let alone enter any room. I felt like a fraud in every room I walked into. Who was I to be giving people advice on their health and fitness when I could never manage a whole day without 3 naps and countless sugar, carbs and fizzy? As you can imagine, I tried and tested every product and therapy that I could get my hands on. I was on a quest to heal myself, a quest that actually kept me alive and gave me new purpose. After 10 years of this, I was no further ahead, nor did I have any money in my bank account. For those of you who are sick or place a high value on health, you know that unless you have the answer to what works for you, it's bloody expensive and time consuming. If I was honest with myself, I felt defeated every second of the day because I was actively putting in so much effort. During that time, I also had a second chance at getting to the Olympics in Rio for another sport, sevens rugby. I think if I willed myself like I used to in my track and field days before I got sick, I could have got there. But the volume and intensity of fitness, speed and contact was grueling, especially as I hid to everyone about my condition. So I never recovered from one tournament to the next or one training to the next. And I think deep down my inner being just knew that there were bigger, more authentic and long-term things ahead for me that I needed to focus on. The only what if I have is what if I had been introduced to this product 10 years prior. So 4 years ago, I was introduced to this product. It's called Juice Plus. My client told me about it and it just made sense straight away. I wanted to get on it that moment. Now this client had a long list of health concerns as well. She had Crohn's disease, and so we trusted each other with whatever food, supplement, physical and spiritual therapies that the other had tried out. To give you context, in the past she had completed things like 15-day juice fasts and 10-day water fasts. You name it, she did it. Because she was in and out of hospital and on steroids, she had big motivation to help herself. I could tell she was noticeably different, her energy, her recovery and the motivation she had for training, and she was pushing herself a little bit further. She'd been on the product for 3 months and she was virtually symptom-free. Within a week of me being on the product, my sugar cravings had subsided. I no longer needed the 10 treats plus a king-size block of chocolate each day. Within 4 months, my hair was growing back in the thinning spot that I had at the back of my head. The pores on my face were smaller. I was more motivated to eat healthy, and I was no longer functioning as a zombie. I was functioning more than I ever had before. In the 4 years on the product so far, I've only been sick once, and I used to be plagued with things like headaches, sore throats, coughs, infections, etc. Not long after that, I added in the Kickstart 10 program and I loved it because I'd always found it so hard to stick to any type of plan. But with this, it's super flexible and easy. So what is Juice Plus? What are these beauties that I was introduced to that helped me transform my life? Well, like we said, it's about living well, eating well, and supplementing well. So when we think about supplementing well, we're talking about our whole food-based nutritional supplement in the photo. They add over 30 varieties of fruits, vegetables, and berries to your diet. And this supplement adds more natural antioxidants to your diet. So whole foods are harvested at the peak of ripeness, keeping the nutrition intact, and the product is pulverized, not juiced, and dried into powders at low temperatures to preserve the nutrition. Plant powders are then put into capsules, vegan capsules, or delicious chewables, which our kiddies take, or our big kid adults. Full spectrum omega blend uses omega-rich algae, berries, and seeds instead of fish. So I can pretty much guarantee that most of us do not get everything on this picture on a daily basis. One, it costs too much, especially if you live in New Zealand. Two, we don't have enough room in our fridge, especially if you live with other people. You know that veggie graveyard that happens at the end of every week? Yep. So three, we don't know how to cook all of these vegetables. And four, we don't necessarily like eating all of these varieties. So if you think about what you eat on a daily or weekly basis, you know that it's very hard to eat all the colours of the rainbow. And that's one of the benefits of our beautiful Juice Plus product. Now this is our plant-based omegas. Now one of the reasons I never took an omega supplement, even though I knew I needed to, was because of those fishy burps. So what I love about our plant-based omegas is that we've cut out the fish, and this is 100% plant-based. It's sustainable, has a wide variety of cold pressed omegas, a full spectrum, and it's in a vegan capsule as well. What many people don't know about omegas is that the ratio is very important. So our product is balanced perfectly between our omega spectrum. Did you know that if you have higher omega-6s in your diet, that you're more likely to have weight gain? Whereas if your diet is higher in omega-3s, then you're more likely to have weight loss or healthy weight range. Okay, so I love our shakes. So these come in French vanilla or Dutch chocolate. I'm personally a chocolate fiend, so I love these as it feels like I'm getting that creamy chocolatey taste. Some people don't eat breakfast or prioritise post-workout fuel into their diet, so these are great for that. Husbands and kids often steal them because they love them so much. Now, of course, the benefit of these is that they're vegan and they're packed full of superfoods, things like broccoli sprouts, radish sprouts, alfalfa sprouts, chickpea powder, millet, quinoa, amaranth, pea protein, rice protein, mushrooms, spirulina, and more. And I also want to mention that these are low GI, low glycemic index, and they're perfect for anyone diabetic or people who are wanting to manage their weight or energy. Perfect for those mid-afternoon slumps where we want to reach for that Diet Coke or Chocky bar. This is an amazing product to have in your toolkit. Okay, so let's think about what Juice Plus is. So it's made from non-GMO ingredients, it's vegan, it's kosher certified, it's dairy and gluten-free, it's certified third party, which means that what's on the label is exactly what's in it, and there are no contaminants, pesticides, herbicides, or banned substances in any of our Juice Plus product. So this personally gives me so much confidence just knowing that what I'm putting in my body and what I'm recommending to put into my customers' body and their kids' bodies are all tested, safe, and proven to work. And it's also the most researched nutraceutical product in the world with over 20 peer-reviewed published clinical studies and counting. So what does some of the research show? Well, it shows that it contributes to the cardiovascular system health. It shows to reduce the severity of cold symptoms. It shows to support the immune system. It helps to protect our DNA. It's absorbed by the body. Now this one is really important because it's not what we put into our body that's important, it's what's actually absorbed by the body. And it helps to reduce oxidative stress. Remember we talked about the apple earlier on. And it supports healthy skin and gums, and that's just to name a few. So if you're a science geek, just let us know and we can link you all of the research. Now this is our amazing study. We're really proud to be a part of this. It's a Healthy Starts for Family study. And when an adult has a fruit and veg order, they can sponsor any child between the ages of 4 and 18 for up to 4 years. So I'll say that again. That child receives Juice Plus for free. That's up to $4,500 worth of product over a 4-year period, so long as the adult that sponsors them stays on their health investment, which is the fruit and veggie capsule order. So over 1 million children have actually taken part in that study, and we've had 250,000 study respondents say that over 60% of their kids were missing fewer days at school. 56% were taking fewer over-the-counter drugs, 71% were drinking more water, 66% were visiting the doctor less, 71% were consuming less fast food and soft drinks, 61% were eating more fruits and vegetables. So why we mention this is because our programs are safe for the whole family. We want the entire family to be living well, eating well, and supplementing well together. So we have a range of packages to choose from. I'll just move this out of the way so you can see. So you guys can see up the top left corner, we've got our deluxe transformation package. Now that's $344 per month. That's our premium capsules plus omegas plus 120 shakes. This package is what we recommend to give you the best nutritional support for your transformation. Our next package over to the right in the pink is our family transformation package. That's 282 New Zealand dollars per month. And that's the premium capsules, the fruit, veg and berries, plus the kids chews, the fruit and veggie chews, plus 120 shakes. So if you have children who live at home, we highly recommend this package because we want you to start educating your children as well as leading by example. And of course, remember our program is safe for the whole family. Off the bottom left, we've got our beauty transformation package, which is $256 per month, and that includes your berries, omegas, plus 120 shakes. This package is for someone who may not want to commit to the deluxe package just yet, but still wants to transform from the inside out using the support from our berries and omegas, which helps us support us on a cellular level. And then over to the bottom right, we have our basic shake only transformation package. That's $150 per month for 120 shakes. This is our basic entry point for our transformation challenge, but rest assured that you'll still be saturating your body with a number of superfoods and plant ingredients. And as you guys can see, Juzzy loves her coffee. That's Juzzy in the middle there. She loves her coffee, and she just wants to remind you that around the price of a cup of coffee per day, you can completely transform your life on all three pillars. So we're going to cross over to Juzzy now, and she's going to share a wee story for us.
Hi team, just to follow up that, you can actually have a plunger at home and then take your Juice Plus, so it's a win-win for everybody. Okay, so I'm going to take you back a little bit. So around about 5 years ago, I started training with Erica. I was originally training 5 to 6 days a week because just like Erica, I'm an all or nothing kind of gal, and I started pushing my body to its absolute limits. I'm not an athlete like Erica is, but I just thought that I could treat my body like I was. I've since found balance. I'm training around 3 to 4 times a week and not killing it off, my body off so fast. However, so around when I was starting training with Erica, my nutrition was absolute trash garbage. And I was still like eating all the crap that I could find in my kitchen. And then I was running off to the supermarket to buy more, because who was eating like balanced meals while they were going to hour-long training sessions? And one of my other issues was, just like Erica said, I never ate breakfast. So I'd go to a really hard session and then run straight to work and skip breakfast and be starving all day. So then Erica introduced me to the product and the Kickstart 10, and I just had such low energy, and I used to have eczema on my hands, and the girls would be able to back me up on this. I used to wear sweatshirts and pull the sleeves all the way up my hands so you could just see my little fingers, because I was so embarrassed by it and I didn't want anybody to know how bad that it was. So I did the 10 days. It was a bit of a struggle at first, because I had never really done meal prep and I was like, this is overwhelming. And then I actually looked at it and realized, hey, all you have to do is have 2 shakes a day, do 1 meal prep, and just eat that for 3 days for 1 meal each. And I was like, okay, listen, I can do that. That's so easy. And I knew that I just wanted I wanted the results that I wasn't getting, which meant that I had to try something different. So when I did it first up, unlike Stacey, I wasn't really looking to lose weight. I really was focusing on my energy and hopefully trying to heal my skin. And my body showed results pretty much straight away, because with the better meals that I was putting in my body, as well as I was supplementing with Juice Plus, my body knew what to do with that stuff, and it started to heal my skin and my gut. And my energy just went through the roof. So I continued on and kept doing the 30 days, which is similar to the challenge that we've built for you guys, because I just felt like a functioning human. And what did I have to lose after that, you know? And my eczema healed, so I could wear singlets and not have to have like my little hands tucked away or behind my back or anything, so that people would never know. And I think it's important to know that your fitness levels will be different to mine, and you know, maybe your nutrition starts better than mine did, but I can teach you how to meal prep, because I hate being in the kitchen, and we can bang it out really fast together so that we don't have to worry about being bloody strapped to the oven all day to prep for it. And most importantly, transformation is different for everybody too. So whether it's you're actually looking to lose weight or gain energy or heal your skin or your gut, it's really about figuring out what your goals are and chatting to us about it, and then we can help you get through this together.
Cool, thanks, Jizzy. You were kind of like a wee crab. It reminds me of the wee pincers.
I really was. I just had to hide them behind my back so nobody could see.
She did. Okay. So thank you guys for jumping on here today. You're on here for a reason. So why not get your best friend, your partner, or your family member to do this with you? I want you to message the person who invited you to this event, and I want you to send them either a 1, 2, or 3. If you send them a 1, that means that you're ready to make changes and you want to claim your spot on our monthly challenge, and then your coach will then get you all set up to start. If you're a 2, it means that you're wanting to do it, but something's holding you back. And we're happy to book you in for a half-hour discovery session with no obligation to join at all. It's literally just a half-hour chat with us, and we might help you work through some things. If you're a 3, it means that you're not interested and this is not for you, which is completely okay with us, but please let any of your friends or family know who may like to do this. So thanks for hopping on, guys. We really appreciate your support, and we ask that if you do have anyone in your circle that needs to see something like this or needs something like this in their life, that you get in touch with us, because our mission is to empower women to transform their lives from the inside out. And remember, it all starts with you. PS, your husband or male species can join us as well. So 30 days to a new you. It all starts with you. Thanks, guys. And we hope to welcome you to our FITBabes community. See ya.